welcome back to Dairy State Vegan. I'm Mariah, your Dairy State Vegan, and welcome to episode 3 of my vegan party food series. In this series, I show you how you can prove to everyone around you that being a vegan doesn't mean that all you have to bring to the party is a salad. Stay tuned. So if you have been following my vegan party food series, you know this is the point in the video where I usually put a weird little skit about me being asked to bring a salad to a party and getting aggravated about it. But I wanted to use today's video to share a project with all of you that I started back when I was a single mom as a way to say thank you to the delivery people who made Christmas possible for me and my son. And last year with some friends combined it and made it a movement. A lot of you made your own YouTube videos about this and posted on Instagram if you're not a YouTuber, and it had such a cool impact that we wanted to start it all over again. So this year we're gonna put out Project Blessing Santa's Helpers again. If you didn't see it last year, what it is every single year, starting on Black Friday, I put a basket out on my front stoop for my delivery men and women who make Christmas possible. If you're like me, you do a lot of your holiday shopping through Amazon and online, and those delivery people are working really, really long hours while most of us are just getting ready for the magicalness of the holidays, and they're making it possible. So I like to put out a basket with some beverages and some snacks and a note that says thank you for helping to make Christmas possible for my now 2 children this year. So I was going to show you my basket this year, but I thought it would be more fun to put in some pictures of other people's baskets from last year's to give you some inspiration. Disclaimer, not everything in these baskets are vegan because not everybody who participated are vegan, but you get the idea. I like to put a water bottle and then some powder beverage, so either some powdered lemonade and then some Starbucks Via coffee so they can choose to have water or a flavored beverage. I like to put a healthier snack like nuts or Lara bars in there, and then I also like to put fun stuff. I also put gum in mine personally because I know a long day in a truck not brushing your teeth, that gum can be really refreshing. So Cambria from Living with Cambria and Jesse from Jesse at Home and Jesse on the Go and I wanted to bring this back to life this year. So we're asking you, if you're a YouTuber, to make your own basket and insert it in one of your videos and just make mention of it. If you're not a YouTuber, if you just follow and watch, thank you so much, first of all. And we're asking you to take a picture of your basket like the ones I showed you in this video, put it on Instagram, and just tag me in the Instagram. I will repost your post to my stories, and we'll spread this awareness. So all you have to do is put hashtag Project Blessing Santa's Helpers, and let's make this a viral hashtag this year. Like I said, it starts on Black Friday. If you want to put the basket out earlier, by all means, put it out earlier. Cambria and Jesse will also be talking about this in their videos coming up this week, so make sure to pop over to their channels. I'll link them down below. Check them out and like their videos to help boost this across the YouTube universe. I'm gonna tag a couple vegan YouTubers that I follow to do the basket this year and to mention it in one of their videos. So I'm going to tag Vegan Wife Life, and I'm also gonna tag Hannah Hagler to do Project Blessing Santa's Helpers and incorporate it into one of their videos and get this going all around the world to bless the people who help us a ton during the holidays. Now let's get into this recipe. All right, so one of the best party foods to bring to a party or to have at your own is like a cheesy stuffed pull-apart bread. So I'm gonna show you how to make pizza stuffed bread 2 different ways today. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to take our loaf of bread and we need to slice it. Now, in order for this to work, you need a fairly wide loaf of bread. You can use, like I did, the Italian bread, Vienna bread, or even like a big square ciabatta bread. You just do not want the real skinny baguette type breads. This recipe won't work with that. Now I'm doing 2 loaves because I'm gonna show you 2 different versions of the pizza stuffed bread. 1 loaf is plenty for a party. My family and I are gonna be eating stuffed bread all week, I imagine. So you're gonna start by cutting your bread about 1 inch apart thicknesses, and cut it on the diagonal, because we're gonna have to go back and cut it on the diagonal this way as well. So we have about 1-inch cubes to pull out. Just make sure you're not cutting it all the way through, because you don't want slices. You want to be able to stuff this loaf. So leave some bread on the bottom. So once you have your loaf fully sliced, it should look like this. And while you're slicing your loaf, take 1 cup of vegan butter and start melting it on the stove, because you're gonna make like a melted garlic butter to go through this. I'm gonna slice my second loaf here, and then we will get to stuffing. Okay, so once you have your breads cut and cubed properly, this is when you're gonna start stuffing. This is honestly the longest part of making the stuffed bread. It's a little bit of a labor of love, but it's totally worth it. So I'm using the Daya cutting board mozzarella. I have 2 bags, 1 per loaf. You could even use a little bit more. And we're just gonna start filling in. I wanna put about half of the bag on the bottom level and then half in after we get our toppings in. So make sure you get a little bit in between every single square. Putting a little bit of cheese in first is gonna help to hold this open for when we pour our garlic butter over it. All right, so now that we have both of our breads partially stuffed, I took my vegan butter that I have melted with some garlic, a little bit of salt, and some Italian seasonings. And we are gonna ladle this generously into each of our loaves of bread, making sure to get some through every nook and cranny. All right, so now that we have our garlic butter in there, we're gonna make 2 different kinds. This one is gonna be kind of carnivore style. So I am using some vegan pepperoni and vegan seitan sausage. And you're gonna go in and just stuff this everywhere you can get it. Making sure to push it down, because we still have to add more cheese. Yes, I said more to these loaves. You can add whatever kind of vegan meats you want to this loaf too. It would be really good with some vegan bacon. Spicy Italians from the Beyond sausage would be really good. I just wasn't in a store today that sold the Beyond sausages, so that's why we're going with like a seitan sausage crumble. You'll notice too that I put my loaves on my baking sheet right after I slice them. That's because as you stuff these, it is gonna get really heavy and a little bit flimsy. So if you can save yourself having to transport it after it's stuffed to a baking dish, that is much better. All right, so let's move on to our other bread. This one, I'm gonna do veggie style. So I've got mushrooms, bell peppers and onions, mushrooms, and some black olives. And we're just gonna stuff this with the veggies. Another way to make these breads that would be really good, Milwaukee is famous for just sausage, mushroom, and onion pizza. You could totally do it Milwaukee style with vegan sausage, mushrooms, and onions. I guarantee it would be a huge hit. Your vegan and non-vegan friends alike. Your goal is to make sure every single bite not only has cheese, but at least has some other element, whether it's a piece of pepperoni or sausage on our carnivore style bread, or some onion and veggies on our veggie style bread. We just want to make sure every single bite has something special. Make sure you're going in both directions of your sections as well, so that you're spreading everything out. Like I said, this is a little bit of a labor of love, but it is so worth it when it's done. All right, now that we have all of our toppings in, we're gonna put another half of a bag of our vegan cheese on top. All right, now that our loaves are loaded and buttered and stuffed, I'm gonna take this tray, I'm gonna pop it in my oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes till all the cheese is melted. And then I'm gonna crank my oven to broil for about 5 minutes. Keep a close eye on it. You don't want it to burn, you just want the outside to get crispy. All right, so here you have it. Ooey, gooey, cheesy. They look a little dark here, but they're just perfectly toasty. Stuffed pizza breads. And then you'll notice I did not put any sauce inside of these breads. That's because I like to serve them on the side for dipping so that they don't get soggy. So I have a vegan Alfredo. This is actually the Simple Truth Alfredo, but it's also really easy to make your own if you don't have access to this. And then a marinara. And I'm gonna get my guys in here to taste test this for you. All right, so Jeff and Cody are my guinea pigs. They're gonna try out the bread. It's hot, be careful. So you guys can either dip it in Alfredo or marinara, but go ahead and give it a try.
I'm just taking the sauce and dipping it.
Nice and crispy bread. Which one should I go for first? Alfredo?
How is it? So good? Would you be happy if this was served to you at a party?
Marinara.
Turn up the volume there.
What do you think, babe?
I like it on the Alfredo.
Yeah? I like Alfredo on pizza in general better.
Yeah, I'm a white sauce. I like the white sauce. Especially on the cheese and the meat and everything else on this.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for watching another vegan snacks video. This is actually gonna be our dinner tonight, so I'm gonna get some plates out and we're all gonna get eaten. I hope you'll try this out for your next party. Let me know in the comments down below how it goes. Also, if you make any of my recipes, feel free to tag me on Instagram. I'm dairy_state_vegan on Instagram. I leave the link in my description box. Every single video, I would love to see your version of my recipes. Until next time though, thanks for letting me show you and my family show you that it's easy to be vegan, even in the dairy state. Bye.
Subscribe to me.
Bye.
Bye.